Alright, so let's talk about all the launch day issues so far, because a lot of people have been having a few issues when they've logged on. So first things first, when you first go to hit play, it'll ask you to activate a 30-day free trial on the launcher. Now, you do have your game time, it's just on your Kakao Games account in a web inventory for you to actually activate at a different time. So you can do that whenever you want. So you can play through the 30 days, and once that runs out, you can go activate the game time over on the Kakao Games account management page. So you don't need to worry, you still have your game time if you bought the expansions and stuff. That is there. I think some of this just wasn't super well communicated to people, or some people never got the memo, but that's there. You're all good. Also, they gave a bunch of stuff away on the live stream, so I've got some codes from the live stream that I just pulled. I don't know if these will still work today, but I'll just throw them up on the screen for you guys to look at. Feel free to try and put those in on the Kakao Games account page, and you can go get some free Mana Stone crystals and stuff. Alright, next, once you first log in, you may notice that some of your items are missing. Quite a few of mine were missing. We lost all our costumes. I don't know why costumes and stuff was lost, but all of that seems to have disappeared, alongside weapon skins and stuff along those lines. So I don't know why they never went over the transfer, but you should have been compensated with hopefully enough credits in your mail. So if you go to your mail, you should have 2 messages from the ArcheAge team where they deliver some replacement items, and you'll have a bunch of Mana Stone crystals in there equivalent to your diligence coins that you used to have, and then you'll have a box of credits, which should be the equivalent of everything that you lost. I think there were some other things that were lost, like combat costumes, and I've even heard that some people have lost undergarments as well. Now, I did receive a replacement for my combat costume in the mail, alongside the Mana Storm crystals, and this comes in the form of a box that you can open on up, and it'll let you select between a few different skill sets to choose your GM role stats. Now, the issue is, you don't get your exact stats back, so you may find yourself with some random stats that you can't change. Now, there is the NA transfer box that contains a set of Brilliant Haram alongside a Jake's Blessing, which is like a 15-day synthesis event buff for yourself, and it also contains a few Lucent Serendipity Stones. However, you only get one of these per account, and I think this should have been packaged alongside the combat costume that people were given, because it makes more sense to honestly use this on a different character for some people. I have also heard that if your costume wasn't max grade, apparently you lost all the XP on it as well, so you'd have no XP, no rerolls, and it'll be the grade that it was. So if you are halfway through Mythic, then you're back down to 0 apparently, which really sucks. So I don't know if there's going to be any resolution to that. One benefit is that you no longer have to use soap on the costume, at least, so there's that. Portable warehouses and portable mailboxes were also lost, so I don't know if they were accounted for in credits, because I ended up getting those for diligence, so I'm not sure, but you should have got a significant amount of credits. I had like 42k on my main. Most of the stuff I had was just from playing the game, or stuff that I had gotten through the credits achievements, so you should have been given a significant amount, I imagine, and I believe your alts will also have this exact same mail, containing Mana Stone crystals, credits, and also a key. If you were running a guild or part of a guild, you should also have a second mail with some guild items. I think there's some guild contribution in there, which gives you some honor and stuff, so that's worth grabbing as well. And then all of your furniture items and stuff should be in the mail, so you should have it all in here, and then stuff that was inside chests should also be there as well. So I've got some costumes and some other stuff. I don't know if there's stuff missing here. It's actually hard to keep track of everything until I can get the housing down on the 11th. So the mail here should last for at least 6 months once opened, and I think a year when unopened, so we should be good on that. I feel like I don't have a ton of demolition notices. I feel like I should have more. It looks like I got a lot of my stuff in there. I'm not sure. Now, another weird thing is I lost quite a few of my costumes, but there was some that I didn't lose. So the puppy onesie no longer gives you the labor, nor does the kitty onesie. So both of those I no longer get 100 labor from whenever I sleep, which is a little weird. I don't know. Don't know if that's intentional, but that kind of sucks. But then I also looked at my other costumes, so I got the image item ones here, which are, you know, they're normal. But then I started looking at some of the other costumes, like the library ones. Now these have 30-day buffs, and this one gives me plus 1.5% melee skill damage, plus 1.8% melee crit rate, range crit rate, and then increased resilience and max health. And then the Shadowplay one also gives me stats. The Enchanted Witchcraft Disciple costume also gives stats. And you can reactivate these. You can't upgrade them, it doesn't seem. But they all have stats, which is weird. But I also noticed this costume also has a buff. And this one increases ship cannon damage by 3%, increases underwater breathing by 20 seconds, and grants the ocean energy buff when rough sea winds are encountered. And that's skill damage plus 5% and max health plus 800. So it's interesting to see that was there. And then I've got those ones there. And then the Siege Captain's Mail also has a few extra stats. But then the Shining Shore Leaf outfit also has stats. So this one has climbing speed plus 30% and cannon damage plus 3%. But yeah, that was just odd to see. I've just been trying to figure out what else went missing, because quite a few things went missing. And I think I was probably compensated enough for it, because I got 42k credits on this account. Or on this character alone. I've not even went on my other character just yet. I'm going to assume I got most of what I lost back in credit form. Now, it does mean I have to spend Mana Storm crystals on the Any Postal and the Anywhere Warehouse, which is quite a significant amount. So that kind of sucks, because they're both missing. I don't know if maybe you had the Halloween version of the warehouse, if you've still got it, or that's gone, because I don't believe there's a way to buy that back. And then all of your Crest Brainstorms you'll have to buy back as well, which is only 130 credits. But yeah, they're also missing. But yeah, you can also claim a bunch of stuff in the events section, so you can get a free upgrade ticket, and there's one available per character. That's for the Arch Pass. You can get a Daily Lulu's box, which is now reset, so I can go ahead and get 3 of those. We can also grab some daily Mana Storm crystals as well, so I'm gonna grab those 5, and then there's 2 bound labor recharges we can claim per day as well. And these are per account, the Mana Storm crystals and the labor recharges, so make sure you get it on the right character. That also goes for the Lulu's box as well. Something else that you're gonna want to pick up is the Arch Blessing buff for 65 Mana Storm crystals. It's just under consumables, it's on the second page. Pick that up, and you can use that for 30 days, and it'll give you an extra 2,000 online and 2,000 offline labor. And it looks like they've also given us an additional 1,000 offline labor, so you now cap out at 15k labor overall on one account, which definitely helps to reduce the need for alts. But you know, people are going to have alts anyway, like people are going to make use of them either way, but it's good to have a little bit more labor in your pool. So definitely make sure to pick this up with the free Mana Storm crystals that you get. Now, as for the other free stuff, in the bottom left corner you have the launch box that you can grab, and you also have Time Winder tokens, and you can get 10 of those Time Winder tokens a day, and they'll combine into a box, and it will give you a random amount of Divine Keys. And if you go to the marketplace, under awards, there's a Divine Key section now, and these Divine Keys look like they're going to be staying around for a while, because they're also integrated in with the collection achievements. So if you want to get even more Divine Keys, you can do some of the collection achievements as well. Now, I'm not going to go over every item in the Divine Key store, because I mostly want to focus on the launch issues for this video, but I did want to point it out, and there's also a couple of other events on as well, but I will make other videos for those events. Now, I realize I'm probably one of the lucky ones in that I've not had as many issues as some people. I know some people have had issues getting the launcher working. There's been people who haven't had the accounts properly transferred over and stuff along those lines. So hopefully all that gets resolved, and if you guys have had any other issues, throw them in the comments, and if you've got a solution for any of that stuff, throw them down there as well, because I'm curious to see whatever problems people have had so far. But honestly, for the most part, the launch seemed pretty smooth. Now, I didn't play on the fresh start, but I didn't really experience any lag on the servers. There was maintenance. At one point, the servers went down for like 30 minutes or so. And we did also have a couple of delays, which pushed it back, which I'm sure definitely annoyed a few people. It also meant that people missed out on some of the events on the first day as well. So yeah, the delays also meant that the launch crossed over with the release of Final Fantasy XIV's latest expansion, which probably wasn't the best timing, which makes the whole thing feel a little rushed. Kind of feels like they were racing to get the game transferred over and all this out before the end of the year, and they weren't fully prepared beforehand, because it feels like they should have communicated a lot more information a lot sooner to the players, such as when they plan to launch the game and the kind of stuff that we'd be losing when we transfer over to these servers. Because I think a lot of people logged in today very confused about the stuff they'd lost, and some people probably haven't figured out all the stuff that they've lost so far. Then there was also some confusion over events and what events would be on the fresh start and which wouldn't, and some of them have been answered in FAQs and some have been answered on the website. It's been a bit all over the place with stuff like that. I will say though, we've had a lot better communication than we did with Gamigo, and their response to feedback has been fairly quick, so that's been good to see. I just think they should have communicated some things a little earlier, and I do think they maybe need a more centralized form of communication, because you've got it all over the place. It's on like the website, you've got bits and pieces on the FAQ, so it's hard to keep track of everything, and it's not super clear to players. Alright, so that's it for this video. I am going to try and get videos out on the new content as quick as I can. I've just spent a lot of time recording the last day or so, and then I've got to get around to editing all this together, so I don't know when this is going to come out, but I'm going to start trying to put daily videos out on all the new content and keeping you guys up to date on it all. But yeah, I'm going to try not to rush editing stuff out too quickly, but I'll try and get stuff out daily at least. So yeah, you guys let me know if you had any other issues with the launch, and that's it for this video. So thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video.